From the Mabee Center in Tulsa, Oklahoma, it's Summit League basketball action. We have the University of South Dakota and the Coyotes visiting the Oral Roberts Golden Eagles. You see the records. South Dakota coming in at 4-2 in conference play. Oral Roberts looking for their second win of the season in the 2016-17 campaign. Hello, my friends, with former ORU great Steve Bontrager, Al Jerkins here to bring you Summit League action. And as far as Oral Roberts is concerned, the key here is, can this team play defense?
Well, they've struggled defensively, and I know talking to Coach Sean Sutton, the assistant coach, he said, don't tell anybody, but we're going to try a little bit of 3-2 zone today. So I think that's far enough in advance of the game. But hopefully ORU has to change things up.
Is that zone going to be tough enough to stop this man, Mike Mooney, who is the team's superstar from South Dakota? He averages over 20 points a game in conference play. His stats may not say a whole lot, but he gets it done somehow, some way.
Well, he's a transfer from the Air Force Academy, so you know he's tough. Look at him. I stood beside his shoulders twice as wide as me. He can really get it done on the offensive end.
All right, Matt Mooney there for ORU, who's been a strength in the conference play, has been Albert Owens. He averages 20-plus points a game in conference play as well, and he has been tough. He's been keeping ORU in their ball games, yet they just can't seem to get over the hump.
I think, without a doubt, he's the best back-to-the-basket player in the Summit League. But I'd like to see him get a little bit more involved in the rebound end. He gets 8 or 9. He should be up there 12 or 13.
All right, ORU and South Dakota. Here are the keys to the game from Steve Bontrager.
Well, when you play a team that's struggling like ORU, you want to get off to a good start. Don't let ORU feel good about themselves, and you do that by getting good shot selection. And then last thing, develop the inside game, opens up the perimeter for Mooney.
And for Oral Roberts University, I've got to believe that defense will be part of these keys to the game.
Exactly. Make Mooney work for his shot. Make him put it on the floor, and then teammates help. And then that leads to playing together on the defensive end. Help the helper. Last thing, protect your home court. Find a way to win.
All right, we have the opening tap and also the starting lineups coming up right after this. Oral Roberts in South Dakota, Summit League action from the Mabee Center. We'll be back with more on ORU basketball on ESPN3.
Doing Los Cabos.
It's the enchiladas.
It's the music. It's the queso.
It's the margaritas.
Doing Los Cabos tonight.
Come experience the taste of Waterfront Grill. Our lunch menu has everything you want, with over 30 items for you to enjoy and lunch pricing 7 days a week. From our chicken stir fry to our Newport Beach salad and our hickory smoked cheeseburger. All this starting at $9, only at Waterfront Grill and Jenks on the river.
Welcome back to the Mabee Center as ORU gets introduced. You see the starting lineups first for the visiting Coyotes of South Dakota. Dickerson, Hurst, Mooney, Birch Manning, and Sparks. For Oral Roberts, it'll be Anderson, Bradley, Martin, Nezukwesi, and Owens. And again, Mooney and Owens are the scorers here. But the keys, I've got to believe, Steve, in this game is the help factor. Where does Bradley fit in? Where does Hurst fit in for the visitors? Those kind of situations. We know Owens and Mooney will score, but the complementary parts are going to be just as big a key.
I like exactly what you said. So many teams look at the stars, but invariably the ones that win the big games and NCAA champ, there's a hidden star that shows up. And tonight, you know, South Dakota is a second-place team in the Summit. ORU tied for 7th. So you'd think South Dakota is the favorite, but there's a lot of people think ORU may be the favorite tonight, and it's going to take somebody else stepping up.
Craig Smith in his 3rd year at South Dakota as the head coach. Hard to believe, but Scott Sutton has been the head of this university's basketball program for 18 years now. Wow.
You just said that to me. Remember how fresh, young-faced he was when he was helping you do the radio?
Yes, exactly.
I mean, that's 29 years ago, it seems like. But Man, what a tremendous job Scott has done here.
All right. We saw enough of Mike Daum when he was here last week. He is a pretty good player, but you see Owens and Mooney right there in the top 5 in field goal shooting in Summit League action.
And that's making a lot of shots right there. So, you know, for ORU to win this game, they better take things away from Mooney is all I got to say.
Owens and Sparks on the opening tap. Our 3 officials tonight, Lewis Garrison, Jim Shipper, and Toby Martinez. And ORU wins the opening tap, and it's Anderson at the top of the circle. Owens is at the high post. He gets it. Swings it to Nezukwesi. And now Martin goes inside Owens. Owens kicks it back out. Nezukwesi takes the 3, give it to him. And ORU's off to a great start.
That's inside-out basketball at best. You throw it inside, let him double down, but you got to make shots, and Nezukwesi knocks it.
The Coyotes on the attack. Trey Dickerson swings it around. It's in the near corner. Dickerson again. Back out. Birch, Trey Birch, top of the circle. Nezukwesi guarding him. Back out 3, way off. And that was the opening shot. Jitters on the part of South Dakota. That shot was way off. Here's Martin with the right hand. Stops, pops, and hits.
Well, you can't get off to a better start than ORU is, and they're good shots. They're wide open threes and just a dribble down 15-footer. So ORU off to a nice start.
Dickerson's going to take a 3 over Bradley. He is off, but a big offensive rebound on the part of South Dakota. Shot is blocked by Nezukwesi off the miss from Carlton Hurst. And here comes ORU with a chance to extend the advantage. Corner Anderson. Bradley. Inside Owens off his hands, and he is fouled. He got a shove of the forearm in the back as he was trying to make the completion of that pass. And for Sparks, his first.
Well, that's just a one dribble pull up wide open shot for Chris Martin. You know, there's that old saying, never wake a sleeping dog. Well, ORU is kind of a sleeping dog, and I said they've got to get off to a good start, South Dakota. And ORU's jumped out 5-0 lead, gives them a little confidence. Now Bradley gets a rebound, gets fouled, and he's a tremendous free throw shooter, goes that line to make 2.
Look at Bradley sneak in there and get the offensive bound, and gets fouled on the way up. So he'll be at the line. He is a 90% free throw shooter.
Yeah, incredible free throw shooter. Is absolutely perfect form, great concentration. Has a chance to go down as one of the all-time greats free throw shooters. Oh, I schlepped him. I talked him right in there.
Kiss of death.
You know what, Al? You know what makes me mad is when you see people 6'9" that don't get rebounds. I'll promise you, if you ran out in the court and ran to the weak side every time a shot was taken, one would bounce off your head and you would get it somewhere. I don't understand big guys. Jalen Bradley did that. He went to the weak side, the ball bounced up, a nice rebound.
1 for 2 for Bradley, and it's a 6-0 lead in the early going. It's the far corner. Driving to the hole is Mooney. I believe that's the first time he touched the basketball as the drive by Birch draws the foul.
And I was just going to say, nice defense by ORU, and they get bailed out maybe a little bit on a foul. But that's what I want to see from ORU. If you beat your man, somebody else slide over. Nice. Boy, our camera works right on top of night. Good help and recover there. Not sure where that foul was, but we have a good officiating crew, so I'm sure they were right.
Of course they will. Free throw is good.
At least the effort was there for ORU. You saw guys over there. It was contested. It was an uncontested shot.
Anderson, who fouled out in the previous ORU ball game. The second free throw is perfect on the part of Trey Birch. Manning, and so South Dakota on the board. It is 6-2, just underway at the Mabee Center. Anderson has it, pressured in the backcourt by Mooney. Now he gets it across the line, and we're set to go. There's Nezukwesi, hands it to Martin. Swings to the left. Bradley's pass advertised to the corner, knocked out of bounds by Mooney, and so ORU will inbound with 13 seconds on the shot clock. Anderson drives, and he is fouled. Actually, called for palming the basketball. And so that a point of emphasis in this basketball season. And they call it there, so turnover number 1 for ORU.
This game's getting watched by a lot of people tonight. I know My good buddy and former assistant here at ORU, Kyan Brown, scouting the Golden Eagles in South Dakota. As they got them coming up soon, but what a tremendous assistant.
Birch Manning's drive, it will float home. First field goal for South Dakota. Now the 6-0 lead is evaporated to 6-0. Bradley takes the three. He goes to the floor, no foul call. Knocked out of bounds, and it will be ORU's basketball, 2 inbound.
Yeah, it's amazing when you get a great shooter like Bradley. You see him open, you think he's making it, but actually he's going side to side, and that little bit, getting your body moving side to side, is a whole lot different than standing shooting a standstill jumper.
High post Owens, Nezukwesi, and Anderson. Owens down low now, and guarded by Sparks. Kicks it back out. Bradley's open for 3, decide to go to the hole. Banks it back out to Martin. Give it to him.
Man, ORU just surrounding that perimeter with 3-point shooters, and Bradley and Martin. And if you keep putting on the floor and penetrating, you're going to get somebody open.
A quick drive, and it's partially blocked by Owens. Here comes ORU quickly. Anderson from Bradley. Reverse layup will not go. Sparks comes up for the rebound for the Coyotes. And here comes Mooney back the other way.
That's exactly what Sean Sutton was saying to him. We got to make open shots, easy layups, and that's one that could cost you at the end.
Dickerson pops it corner. Drive on the baseline. It's kicked back out and out of bounds right in front of us. And it will go off an ORU hand, and South Dakota will inbound. Replacements for South Dakota. Coming into it is Tyler Hagedorn. Also coming in is Tyler Peterson. And in the lineup, Tristan Simpson.
You saw in that replay, that was just a nice standstill 3-point good look by Chris Martin. If ORU keeps moving the ball like that and finding 3-point shooters, they're going to win this game. But you know what I like what ORU's also done? They've kept Mooney out of the game. Aaron Anderson absolutely did a great job. Now they're bringing Aaron Young in to give him a break.
Also, Harris, is in the lineup as well. This is Mooney, puts the move, and he traveled. And first turnover for South Dakota in the early going. 9-4 is our tally. 16-16 to go, nearing our first media timeout.
And that's what you want to do to a great scorer. You take him out the first 5 minutes. He starts pressing, gets a little frustrated, make a mistake here or there, and ORU so far, 4 minutes game, great job on it.
Near wing for Bradley to Owens. Owens dribbling, backing his way in. He's going to go to the hole, bounces, and he is fouled off the play. Fouled on the play, and we will have our media timeout at 15:59 as Owens will be going to the line, I do believe, for 2. And we'll be back. ORU with an early 9-4 advantage. That's a good start for the Golden Eagles as they try for their second conference victory of the season. You see the field goal percentages briefly there with ORU shooting 54%. We'll be back with more right after.
Do you want to wipe away the past?
Ryan Lochte does.
Great news! Power Bar is here to offer you a clean start. We created the Clean Whey Bar with 20 grams of protein to help you get started.
Let's do this, America.
Visit PowerBarCleanStart.com to get your free bar.
LeBron James.
NBA Saturday prime time.
Spurs, Cavs, Saturday on ABC.
The debate starts here. First Take, now on ESPN, weekdays at 10.
No, thank you very much. Okay, bye-bye. 8th reception today.
You mean phone call?
Yesterday I had 109 receptions. A few more, I could have broken the record.
What record? They're phone calls.
I'm sorry, is this the reception desk or the phone call desk?
Reception desk.
Thank you. Excuse me. ESPN, Antonio speaking. Hold on, I'll put you right through. All day.
Or log on to MadyCenter.com.
Hey, experience the difference at Bill Knight Ford in Tulsa with their outstanding selection and pricing. Now it's easy to see why they've been Oklahoma's #1 Ford dealer for 7 straight years. So go with a name you can trust. Bill Knight Ford, 96th and Memorial. BillKnightFord.com, home of the Knight Advantage.
Well, I talked about early in the game, keys to the game is South Dakota has to get off to a good start. And you get a look right there at Craig Smith, a nice young assistant coach, our head coach, who has won an NAIA championship, and he's been a nice assistant coach at several places. But they have not got off to the start they want to do. And ORU has got to take advantage of this, man. You get a team like them, you know, second-place team in the league down a little bit, then they start thinking a little.
Owens at the line for the first of a pair. It's good. ORU's free throw shooting in Summer League action has been sensational.
Looking down that bench, I see the ORU bench a little short tonight. I know Spencer Sutton, who's only a redshirt sophomore, has got the flu and he's out. And also the junior college kid from Kansas, I guess, hurt his knee. Or what was it, a foot the other night or whatever. So their bench is getting depleted a little bit.
Mooney, his first shot of the ball game is off. And that was a good defensive effort on the part of ORU on South Dakota's leading scorer.
Well, you've only given up 4 points at, you know, the 15-minute mark here at ORU. You got to think you're having a heck of a defensive game, because they usually have been giving up about 10, 12, 14 points in the first 5 minutes. So excellent start defensively for ORU.
Hurst with a foul, 4th team foul already for South Dakota. And now pressure in the backcourt, but ORU breaks it. This is Martin Lees for Owens. It goes back to Harris, back to Owens. You saw the field goal percentage in the first 5 minutes of play. This is McDaniel Young, excuse me, in the lineup, playing his first game in 4. Owens goes to the hole and is fouled, and he'll go back to the free throw line. That's the way to attack this defense and go to the free throw line. The way ORU's been shooting free throws lately, that's not a bad place to be.
Yeah, they've been shooting the heck out. I think they've missed 2 free throws in the 2 previous games. And what I like here, South Dakota has absolutely no shot blockers in there. Although as a team, they have blocked 78 for the year, which is not bad, but they don't have one individual guy that really is a shot blocking player in there. So attack that basket, attack it, make them double, and then kick it out to the shooters.
Hagedorn called with that foul, his first, 15th foul. Owens' second free throw is good. ORU's already missed 2 free throws, and that's 4 free throws than they've missed in each of the last 3 games.
Making free throws keeps you in a game and gives you a chance to win. That's the bottom line. Anybody that doesn't believe that can go look up stats. You make more free throws than opponents, generally you win.
They're up by 8.
That's what he does.
And then Mooney hits the shot just inside the arc, so it's good for 2, 12-6.
And Sean Sutton told me that kid will elevate, look like Jerry West, take 1-2 dribbles and explode off the floor, and that's exactly what he did. Rose up over the defense, knocked it down.
Miller in for Owens, he leans in, turn around, it's in.
So what were we talking about for the game? I want to see him score more, and the big fella down there in the block, good position, nice, controlled turnaround. Got to see him more active in the game.
The 3, Peterson, give it to him.
That's the last thing you want to see is you make a 2, they come down and hit a wide open 3. We talked about taking 2 steps forward and 1 back, not vice versa.
Miller, he's going to go to the hole. He's going to stop, and he's going to pop, and he's going to hit.
Big fella. We were just talking about it for the game. I think he has not maybe done as much as he could this year, and he's having a nice start to this game.
And South Dakota just as quickly turns it over for their second turnover of the ball game. Anderson back in the lineup. This time Martin takes a break.
You think about it, Al. You've taken Owens out of the game. And what do you get? You get 4 points from his replacement. That's a heck of a job for your sub.
In the early going, not a whole lot of turnover action here. Miller's first shot, I thought maybe was a little bit of the line drive variety. It still went home, but that second shot really looked sweet.
Well, as big and strong as he is, he can get position where he wants on the block. It's just a matter of being patient. I don't think they're going to double team him now. He's not known enough, but he can get what he wants if he gets the ball low enough.
Bradley, back out Anderson. Bradley gets it right back. Harris is going to take a 3. It's off the side of the rim. Coming up with a rebound is Birch Manning. He's going to go baseline against Bradley. Turns. He was determined to go to the hole there. The Rebound and tip is good, and the foul on the part of Tyler Peterson. So good hustle play by Peterson.
Boy, Carlton Hurst showed some good bounce in his step right there. He takes the shot and barely came down, hit the floor, and went right back up.
Actually, it was Birch Manning who got his own rebound, and he got fouled, and he'll go to the line to try to complete a three-point play. And it's good. 16-12, ORU on top. They've led from the very beginning.
And thank you for correcting me. I don't want to take away anything from Birch Manning, man. I love to see that in a player. I mean, he shoots it. You know, when a player shoots a shot, he is the one person that knows where that ball is going to bounce. Everybody else is boxing out, fighting for position. But the guy who shot it should have dibs on the first play to get to the rebound. Boy, he jumped right after it.
Quickly ahead to Bradley. Can he catch up to it? It is Luce who's got it, and Ezekwesi travel.
It's a good call by the official.
But a good hustle play by Ezekwesi. Kind of like...
you know, when you're laying down and rolling around, they won't necessarily call it, but he caught it and then went to the floor, and they're going to call that every time.
And so, second turnover on the part of ORU. And here comes Dickerson, who's back into the lineup for the Coyotes. Bradley on him. Birch Manning this time is denied, and Bradley comes away with it. Bounces inside. This is Miller for two more, and he has 6 already in his 2 minutes of play.
Well, good for him. That is a bonus. You get 6 points out of Chris Miller in this quick of a time, and I love to see what he's doing. Patient, finally growing up. Halfway through the year, now's when you become a sophomore.
Miller with the last 6 points for ORU. Bradley almost came up with a nice steal there. Dickerson's going to go to the hole, lay it up and in. Crazy, and he's fouled on the play. Well, there's no denying that they want to go to the basket and try to beat this ORU defense to the hole. And in the last 2 possessions, they've been successful in doing just that.
You know, I don't know how well teams scout this and how well they see it. We see it. But, I mean, just like they did right there. Jalen Bradley's at the top of the key. They just one dribble, got by him, and it really wasn't help, got a three-point play out of him. And if you're really scouting that, you'll notice that, and you'll tell your guards to make sure you drill it to the basket.
Martin is in the lineup for Bradley. Martin thought about a 3. 15 on the shot clock. Ezekwesi, Miller, he's fouled. And that'll be the 16th foul on South Dakota, and the foul on Birch Manning. And that's his first. So ORU will inbound from in front of the South Dakota bench. Into the South Dakota lineup, Carlton Hurst replaces Peterson. Also, Sparks comes back into the ball game, and he replaces Hagedorn.
You know, ORU got off to a good start, and South Dakota kind of struggling. You look at the score, and it's 18-15. So you're talking about a 3-point difference, a one-shot a basket. ORU's got to find a way to score here. I mean, you got to play 40 minutes to win a game anymore. You can't play 30 and expect to win. You got to go 40.
Aaron Young in the ORU lineup, and that's his first game in 4 games, as we mentioned. Suffered a concussion during practice 2 weeks ago. He's going to take the 3, and it's off the front. Miller with a big rebound. He's going to go to the hole with a hook shot. He has 8 tonight.
Man, earn yourself some playing time, young fellow. That's what you got to do. If you want to play and you've been on the bench, you got to come in and be productive. And my goodness, is it?
Armstrong, who just entered the lineup, and we have a traveling ball on Birch Manning. And we will have immediate timeout with 11:55 to go. ORU by 5. It's 20-15. We'll be back as we take a look at Miller's 7th and 8th points. You're watching ORU basketball on ESPN3.
The difference between you and me, I tell it like it is, you tell it how it might be.
That damn Max coming, I know he's going to be smiling tomorrow.
Catch those vapors, Stephen A.
The debate starts here. First Take, now on ESPN, weekdays at 10.
No, thank you very much. Okay, bye-bye. 8th reception today.
You mean phone call?
Yesterday I had 109 receptions. A few more, I could have broken the record.
What record? Their phone calls.
I'm sorry, is this the reception desk or the phone call desk?
Reception desk.
Thank you. Excuse me. ESPN, Antonio speaking. Hold on, I'll put you right through. All day.
NBA Saturday prime time.
Spurs, Cavs, Saturday on ABC.
Hey, Draymond.
Good morning.
Hey, what's up?
LeBron James. NBA Saturday prime time.
Spurs, Cavs, Saturday on ABC.
6475 South Yale.
The Bob Hurley Auto family is grateful for your continued support at Bob Hurley Ford, Bob Hurley GMC Buick, and Bob Hurley RV. Whether it's a new or used vehicle or RV, the Bob Hurley Auto family strives to give you the best customer service and the biggest selection, all at the best price.
You know, we were talking about the two players to watch before the game, and you see that young man right there. He's not the one we talked about. The two we talked about have one field goal combined. Mooney has one field goal, Owens 3 free throws. But when you get a guy like Chris Miller to come in and give you 8 points this quick in the game, what a tremendous boost for Coach Scott Sutton.
Nezukwezi in the lineup, replaces Harris. This is Miller, draws the double team now, swings it back. This is Nezukwezi. High over the head, he's going to go to the hole. He drives, he lays it up and misses the gimme. He gets his own rebound, puts it up, comes up short, but he's fouled on the play, so he'll go to the line for 2.
Okay, now hopefully down the
How did that not go in?
Well, hopefully down the end of the game we don't talk about this. We've had 2 missed layups, 2 basically point-blank layups. Yes, they may have been challenged a little bit, but I mean, you got to make that. At least he goes after it and gets it. And I was talking to you the other night how the guy who rebounds his own shot, I swear 90% of the time gets fouled if he goes right back up with it.
All right, back into the lineup is Hagedorn for South Dakota, along with Matt Mooney, who's back in. And Nezukwezi makes both, extends the ORU lead to 7. They started the game out on a 6-0 beginning. South Dakota with the basketball in their red uniforms with the black trim, and a turnover on the part of Birch Manning. Just plain dribbled out of bounds. 4th turnover on the part of the visiting Coyotes. Anderson looking inbound, gets it back to Bradley, who's back in the lineup now. He comes in for Aaron Young. Bradley, baseline move, stops, pops, and it doesn't go. Rebound, who's going to track it down? Here comes South Dakota. Carlton Hurst in what happened here.
Oh, yeah.
Traveling violation.
I was going to say, if they got that on Chris Martin, man, that'd have been a tough one. He was just in good position, and that was a good job of getting back by Martin. Now, or when you get breaks like that, and you get a stop or a turnover by them, make it hurt double and knock it down this end.
All right, 5th turnover, and now ORU turns it over. Moody comes up with it. Now who gets it back? It's knocked out of bounds, and who did it go off of? It went off of Anderson right in front of Scott Sutton. And so it will be South Dakota basketball.
And nice job by Craig Smith. Once his team turned it over, he brought the tempo up, brought a little pressure on ORU, and turned it right back over, so nothing lost.
Owens back in the lineup now for ORU, replacing Miller, who had a very productive 4 minutes. The drive. Kind of tough shot to get that off, and Bradley comes down with a loose basketball for ORU. And we still have Dickerson down at the other baseline. So it's 5-on-4. Owens slams it home.
That is nice. That is 2 guys working together down the low block. Unselfish play by Nezukwezi.
There you see Dickerson down, who never got up from his missed layup. And it's hard to tell what he injured, or either that or the wind blown, had the wind knocked out of him.
You know, I was wondering why it's so wide open down here. You know, there's only 4 guys down on the, South Dakota has 4 players. There's 5 ORU players, so they should have 1 guy open. Sure enough, ORU was patient, got the ball moving until they found the open guy.
All right. Dickerson walks off the floor on his own accord, attended by the team doctor there, but he'll take a seat. And South Dakota will have the basketball. ORU up 24-15, biggest lead of the night, 9. Mooney kicks it back out. The 3 by Simpson is off. Rebound, Nezukwesi. He leaves for Anderson. Here comes ORU back the other way. It's been a successful first 10 minutes for them. Bullet pass by Martin, intercepted. Good overplay by South Dakota. Here they come. They're going to go to the hole. Lay it up. No, knocked out of bounds. And we're going to bring it back the other way.
I tell you what, there is 2 plays just now. If you were a South Dakota fan, you could be complaining. I see it. But these officials did a tremendous job, in my opinion, the last 2 plays. That may have been a foul, may have not, but a little play before, ORU's just going straight up on the defensive end, and I think the refs letting them play good.
Now I do believe we just had our makeup call, as Nezukwesi's call with a hold on the inbounds play. But it's just the 3rd team foul for ORU. Harris comes into the lineup. Nezukwesi will take a break, and for Nezukwesi, he picks up his 2nd foul. So South Dakota will inbound. Going to get it inside, can't get it there. Mooney goes to the hole. He loses control, regains, kicks it back out. The 3, Peterson, no. Rebound, knocked up, kept alive. Shot, no. Foul call.
Boy, Mooney is tough. I'll give him that. He hasn't done anything offensively so far, but he got raked across the arms, didn't get the foul, still made the pass, then stuck with it and gets the offensive rebound. Good-looking kid here, nice player.
Plays taller than his 6'3" frame.
Yeah, he does.
He'll go to the line for 2.
He's a wide load, too. I mean, when I say that, his shoulders, he has got some strength in his upper body.
Harris called for his first 15 foul. ORU will be in the bonus when we bring it back the other way. 9:50 to go in the first half on ESPN3, ORU basketball. Mooney's 2nd is perfect. So he's 2 for 2, and the lead is now 7. Harris quickly ahead to Bradley. He has to track it down. He's going to leave it for Owens, who lays it up. No, but he is fouled on the play.
Boy, Darian Harris made a play that goes unseen right there. He threw the pass out ahead of Bradley to make him run, get it, rather than throwing it to me. See, look, he put that ball out ahead, so Bradley, 1 dribble, good execution of breaking the press. And what I like, you attack the press to score. Don't just attack it to get it down the floor, set up an offense. Break that thing, score a couple times, and get them out of it.
ORU now 7 for 9 from the line.
How about Big Albert Owens being an 80% free throw shooter? In the conference play, this guy is not missing free throws. Twice we've done it tonight. Did it to him, did it to Jalen Bradley.
You used the term we.
Okay.
I'm kidding. All right. The loose ball's picked up. South Dakota has it. The drive, the stop. Hurst hits.
Yeah, and that penetration from the wing, penetration from the top just destroys ORU. 1 guy beats his man on top, and just like nobody in the building rotates over.
McDaniel's in the lineup for ORU. He helped break that press. Martin swings at Harris. McDaniel back out Bradley. He's going to go to the right hand. Leaves it for Harris, who lays it up and in. Way to look for your teammates, Mr. Bradley. 27-19. ORU by 8. Inside, Sparks is all alone. He's fouled by Martin. For Martin, that is his first. So the 6'8" junior from Denver, Colorado, at the line for 2. Nope.
You know, one thing that I have seen tonight, I always talk about how opposing teams come in here and shoot it so well. They actually have not shot it well. They've had a couple wide open looks they haven't made. They missed some free throws. So I don't know whether they're a little flat, expecting to come in and play in a team that's in 7th place. I think they have a good idea. ORU is a lot better team than their record.
Sparks is 1 for 2 from the line. His first point of the night. And South Dakota will continue to press in the backcourt. McDaniel bringing it up against Mooney, gets it across the line with 20 on the shot clock. McDaniel almost tripped. Leaves for Martin. He's swinging around the perimeter. This is Martin far side, looking to get open, goes baseline, kicks it back out. Miller back in the ballgame for Owens. McDaniel's three!
Unbelievable. That's 2 nights in a row for a kid that never plays, and a big spark. Great job for Des McDaniel.
10-point advantage, the biggest of the night.
Try to sit in the bench 10 minutes and come in and make a 3-pointer, and a great backdoor pass right there, and Mooney convinced it. But seriously, you sit in the bench 10 minutes, and your first shot's a 3-pointer, that's a tough shot to hit.
And Scott Sutton has to be glad to see Miller go in there a little less reluctant to take Owens out of the ball game, make Owens pressure down the stretch with Miller in there now. Martin, Bradley almost traveled, he did.
Yeah, that ball just slipped out of his hand, made him hesitate a little bit. Refs get him in trouble.
5th turnover for ORU, and it's 7:43 remaining in the first half. ORU by 8. They led it by 10 at one juncture. That Mooney basket cut the lead to 8. We'll be back with more right after this first half action from the Maybe Center in Tulsa. ORU leads at 30-22. ORU basketball on ESPN.
I'm here in Bristol, Virginia, and now I'm in Bristol, Tennessee. No matter which state in the country you live in, you could save hundreds on car insurance by switching to Geico. And now I'm in Virginia. See
how much you could save on car insurance.
When you're on your phone 24/7, you probably think you need an unlimited plan. But actually, the majority of people pay for data they never use. That's right, most people never use more than 5 gigs. Now Verizon introduces the one plan that's right for you. Just $55 for 5 gigs on America's best network. That's tons of data at a cost that's less than an unlimited plan. And the best part, no surprise overages. Finally, all the data you need on the network you want. Verizon.
Let's see these unmissable games. LeBron James. Turn down. NBA Saturday prime time.
Spurs, Cavs, Saturday on ABC.
The difference between you and me, I tell it like it is, you tell it how it might be.
That damn Max Kellerman, I know he's going to be smiling tomorrow.
Catch those vapors, Stephen A.
The debate starts here. First Take, now on ESPN, weekdays at 10.
We're giving you the power.
Hey, it's just a short line drive to Bartlesville for the best deals on Toyotas, Fords, and Lincolns at Dunge's Family of Autos. And it's also home of the $9.95 oil change. It's on Highway 75 in Bartlesville, or you can go to the web at dungeschoice.com. And Eastern Oklahoma Orthopedic Center is the official orthopedic care provider of the Golden Eagles. For sports injuries and other orthopedic care, call EOC, E-O-O-C, at 494-9300. Here's the McDaniel three, and it was a long one.
The little guy's got some guts. I'm serious, man. You don't want to come in and fire up that first 3 in the air ball from, 30 feet when you've been sitting forever. He's done it 2 games in a row, proven he can do it. And you see ORU shooting 58%, holding South Dakota to 36%. And the thing I like, as good of a player as Matt Mooney is, they've held him to 2 field goals.
South Dakota has it, trailing by 8. Inside, Birch Manning, pump fake, puts it up, and is it Harris or Miller?
I think they're going to get Miller, and he played great help defense. And I loved what he did. He just kept his ground, jumped up, and then the last second, Cameron Works didn't. Watch this last second. Miller's going to just reach in and flip his wrist just a bit right there. I mean, very slight, but Miller did a great job of helping.
And the first free throw is made by Manning. Gives him his 8th point. He misses the second. Harris comes down with a loose ball, and here comes ORU back the other way, leading it by 7. They've led the entire half. Anderson, who's back in the lineup for ORU, swings it to Harris. Inside, Miller. Miller draws the double team. He's going to go to the hole anyway and loses control. And here comes Birch Manning, and he's going to lay it up for a slam for 2.
I like this Birch Manning kid for South Dakota. He doesn't do necessarily anything great, but he does everything well. He helps on the defense, and he scored on the drive, shoot it, good-looking Summit League player.
Owens will check in the next whistle. Miller dribbles out of trouble, bounces it. Anderson outside. McDaniels 3, no. Rebound, who's got it? Birch Manning comes up with a quick outlet ahead to Mooney. Had trouble with it for a second, now decides to dribble once, kicks it back out, and they start over again with 20 on the shot clock. This is Mooney's going to take the 3 over Martin. It will not go, and it is Harris with a rebound. Anderson. ORU by 5. Anderson had an open 3, decided against it that early in the shot clock. Down low, Miller. He again draws attention. Young goes to the hole, lays it up. It will not go. Mooney with a rebound, and here come the Coyotes quickly down the other way. The drive, the baseline move is blocked, partially blocked, but fouled as well. And so now it is Dickerson that will go to the line. Actually, it will be Hurst that will go to the line for 2.
And again, Miller coming over, trying to help, and I'm not sure if that, I guess that's on Miller bumping him there. I am so excited for what kind of reserve play this guy gives ORU, coming off the bench and being a tough defender and being able to score and replace Owens down there has given him some tremendous minutes in the backup role.
They called the foul on Martin. Into the lineup is Bradley, Nezekwesi, and Owens.
ORU's going through about a 2-minute stretch here where they've been stuck on 30 and have not been able to pull out. They had a 9-point lead, I think you said a little bit ago, and now it's down to 4.
It had been 10 at one juncture. Nezekwesi, Bradley bounces Owens. Defensive help on him, but they give it to Nezekwesi. He's going to go to the hole, lays it up, won't go. Here comes Dickerson. He's going to go to the hole, lays it up and in, and it's a 2-point game.
Hagedorn at 6'10" is coming in and causing some problems there. Nice looking young player, but he's sophomore, and it doesn't really look to score, but he's causing some problems inside right there. Look at that.
Feed, Owens misses from in close. And South Dakota has a chance to tie it or take a lead for the first time in this game. We'll kick it back out. This is Moody. Back out. Hurst, no. Rebound, Nezekwesi. And here comes Anderson. 8-0 run for South Dakota to pull to within 2. Nezekwesi's 3, no. Rebound, tapped out by Owens. Martin grabs. Bradley stops, shoots, misses. Or you can't buy a basket in the last 2.5 minutes.
When it goes cold, it goes cold. You got Jalen Bradley coming off a screen and roll. Wide open, can't make it. Had some decent looks at other shots. And now give credit to South Dakota. They've turned their defense up. I think a lot of it's because the big guy, Hagedorn, who's come in, and 6'10", 6'11", he's just stretching out and causing all sorts of problems inside.
Harris replaces Nezekwesi in the lineup. Meanwhile, Trey Birch Manning will be at the line for a 1-and-1, and he has a chance to tie this ball game up.
ORU is off to that good start. I can't say enough. Now 3:57, and I can't say enough for South Dakota State, how they've just weathered the storm, hung in there. Now they've turned it up a little bit. And ORU, 4 minutes to go in the half. You got to get it turned around here.
This is the second of the bonus, and so ORU clinging to their lead on this 9-0 run in the last 5 minutes of play. Inside, Owens forces his way, misses badly. Rebound, Bradley. Now it's on the floor. Who's got it? The quicker Birch Manning. Dickerson layup no good, but he'll go to the line for 2 more, and ORU is in a scoring funk right now.
Yeah, you can see Coach Sutton over there shaking his head, and Sean Sutton off the bench. You know, there's too many unforced errors right now. They're trying to force it inside to Owens rather than just getting the ball moving and getting good shots. And then when you're turned over, South Dakota does a tremendous job of turning defense into offense. Man, it's good quick guards they have, and they get it down the floor in a hurry.
We're tied at 30. Young in the lineup for Harris. And now South Dakota has a chance to take the lead for the first time tonight with 4:12 to go in the first half. They do. So now, as we add it up, it's an 11-0 run. Young. Anderson, Bradley. Martin going to go to the hole, stop, puts it up, and hits. ORU gets the lead right back.
I was just going to say, get the ball moving side to side, shift the defense, and when you do that, good things happen. They started in one wing, brought it back the other, opened up, ISO, got to the basket, easy bucket.
Officially the first field goal for ORU in 4:48. Strong move to the hole by Tyler Peterson, and now we're going back and forth with another lead change.
Boy, little Trey Dickerson got some jets, doesn't he? He can just put it on the floor and get by anybody out there.
0-0, guarding 0-0. Martin's three won't go. Owens gets the strong rebound, puts it back for 2.
Good weak side position we talked about early. When that shot goes up from range, you get to the other side of that glass, and good things are going to happen.
And we have a timeout on the floor called by South Dakota. ORU leads it by the slimmest of margins, 34-33. It is a full timeout, so we'll take a break with 3:12 to go in the first half. ORU winning it 34-33. We've got a good one going here at the Mabee Center. We'll be back with more on ORU basketball on ESPN3.
No, thank you very much. Okay, bye-bye. 8th reception today.
You mean phone call?
Yesterday I had 109 receptions. A few more, I could have broken the record.
What record? They're phone calls.
I'm sorry, is this the reception desk or the phone call desk?
Reception desk.
Thank you. Excuse me. ESPN, Antonio speaking. Hold on, I'll put you right through. All day.
Let's see these unmissable games. LeBron James. Turn down for
NBA Saturday prime time. Spurs, Cavs, Saturday on ABC.
Hey, Draymond. Morning.
Hey, what's up?
The Nelson family of dealerships in Tulsa has 2 locations. It's Nelson Mazda at South Memorial Drive and Nelson Nissan in Broken Arrow. Nelson believes every customer should experience transparency and a speedy transaction, plus a great experience. Nelson will make a believer out of you. All right, here's the baseline drive by South Dakota, and the leave for Peterson, who put it up for 2, gave South Dakota the brief lead at 33-32, but ORU countered with a bucket themselves, and it's 34-33. South Dakota will inbounds. They get it to the corner. Mooney stops, pops, and hits.
Count that. All I heard is that this guy can take 1 or 2 dribbles and pop up and shoot it. And boy, that's, I mean, obviously it's not Jerry West, but that's what Jerry West used to do right there.
So we've had 4 lead changes in the last 2 minutes. Before that, ORU had the lead by as many as 10. Owens gets it, turns, puts it up, misses. Here comes South Dakota with a 1-point advantage. Peterson far side, leads. Corner, Mooney back out. Simpson inside. Peterson's jumper from 15 is good, and ORU's Scott Sutton wants a timeout. He's looking at Martin, wondering where was that defense?
Well, let me tell you, that is a great timeout by Scott Sutton. And when I say great, I mean it, because all of a sudden it's slipping. They're down 3, and he saw something there with Chris Martin he didn't like. I don't know if it was, I don't know what it was, because Bradley's the one going out, but I like that timeout by Coach Sutton. 2:33 to go in the half. And people would say, well, why would you waste time out? Well, there's a reason. A nice job.
Greg Smith talking to his troops in the comeback mode. They were down by 10 5 minutes ago, and now all of a sudden the visitors lead by 3.
And you see Aaron Anderson doing some leading there. I keep fighting it all year. I've been saying they have no vocal leaders. Someone has got to step up and be a vocal leader there.
Chris Martin, who's made 52 threes to this juncture. But the Coyotes on a 17-4 run after ORU had that 10-point advantage. Martin's going to take a 3. Nope. Does he get his own rebound? No, it's loose on the floor. South Dakota comes up with it. Quickly ahead, Mooney with Bradley on him. He stops, he pops, he hits.
Boy, Sean Sutton had him scouted. He said he just stops and elevates over anybody and shoots it. And it's pretty. It just rips them out.
Owens fouled.
You know, as a coach, you always wonder, what is the deal? What's caused this lack of intensity or whatever it is that's caused this run for them? And I think they may have just got a little bit stagnant trying to force it in there, which is okay because he gets to the line, but then at times it takes other people out of the game. But give South Dakota credit. I think they've done a tremendous job of just hanging in there and taking that run.
And ORU, not the same magic from the free throw line they've had in the past 2 games tonight.
And I'm going to bring back something you said about the free throws. We missed 4, and then we had 2 point-blank missed layups. That's a possibility of 8 points. You look up in that backboard or that scoreboard, and all of a sudden that'd be a 3-point lead. So those little point-blank layups and missed free throws during the game are a big deal whether you win or lose.
Owens misses both. And so now South Dakota looks to take their biggest lead of the night. Peterson. This is Mooney. Gets by Anderson. Swings it back out. Short little pop by Simpson is good.
Boy, they have good little guards. I didn't notice them for a while, but they're quick. They're jets. They can penetrate. Then when they get hung up in the air, they can just kick it out to Mooney.
And all of a sudden, it's a 7-point lead. Owens to the hole. He'll go to the line for 2.
That's good. It's good to go at the free throw and get there and get points when the clock stops, but you can't live on just keeping it, you know, one guy scoring. Right now it's just Owens. Somebody else has got to get it going, and the reason is they're scoring down this end. South Dakota scores every time down, so ORU can't run it or push it, and that's why they're low in the scoring.
Well, Owens gets his touch back from the line. He had missed his previous 3 of 4. Now Peterson will take a break, and into the lineup for the first time tonight, Logan Fowler. As Peterson sits down with 2. And Owens makes 2 and now cuts the lead to 5 for South Dakota. Here they come with 1:13 to go in the first half. This is Mooney. He's starting to get a hot hand. The drive by Power.
Oh, that's a good job, Aaron Young. You see Scott Sutton standing up going, what in the world? Aaron Young just got plowed over and looked like, and Scott cannot believe it. He's wondering why. And of course, our crack camera staff's right on. Let's see, Aaron comes over. 33. You call it, Al.
Bowling pins.
I like officials, so I don't want to say anything about them. I didn't used to.
What do you like about
them?
Well,
I like them now. They're good people. You meet them off the court, and they're generally nice people. Look at Clay Martin from Jenks. He's
That's true.
NFL playoff official. Yeah, good dude.
The first free throw is missed. 1 minute exactly to go. Second free throw is too strong. Anderson, nice box out, gets the rebound. Young Near wing. ORU does not want to be down at halftime because the stats are not good when they do so. The layup is good, no good, but the follow by Owens is good.
Well, right now it's
a three-point
Owens.
game.
Yeah, it's just Owens, 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 and there's got to get somebody else involved.
Mooney travels. Actually, it was Perch Manning, excuse me, who traveled with the basketball, shuffled the foot as he made the move to the hole. So ORU with 30 seconds to go. And here you see the Owens follow. Got inside of Mooney there, made the nice play on the best player from South Dakota.
The shot clock's going to go off right here, so there's going to be one shot done, hopefully, and don't get this thing up too quick where there's some foul and they got to go there in. Just wait till about 4 or 5 seconds to go. Take it to the basket. Try to get to that free throw line.
Anderson loses. Owens picks it up, and the three at the buzzer is no good. And so South Dakota will go to the locker room, leading it by 3, 41-38. We have 20 minutes to go. ORU will try to figure it out in the halftime locker room. Again, it's a 3-point lead for South Dakota as ORU and South Dakota play here at the Mabee Center. We'll be back with halftime activities and highlights. Stay with us. You're watching ORU basketball on ESPN3.
The Microsoft Cloud helps us stay connected.
The Microsoft Cloud offers infinite scalability.
The Microsoft Cloud helps our customers get up and running anywhere on the planet. Wherever there's a phone, you've got a bank. And we could never do that before.
The cloud gave us a single platform to reach across our entire organization. It helps us communicate better.
We use the Microsoft Cloud's advanced analytics tools to track down cyber criminals.
This cloud helps transform business. This is the Microsoft Cloud.
It's beautiful. Was it a hard place to get to?
It wasn't too bad.
With the Chase mobile app, Jimmy Chin can master depositing his hard-earned checks in a snap. Easy-to-use Chase technology for whatever you're trying to master.
NBA Saturday prime time. Spurs, Cavs, Saturday on ABC.
Hey, Draymond.
Good morning.
Hey, what's up?
The debate starts here. First Take, now on ESPN, weekdays at 10.
No, thank you very much. Okay, bye-bye. 8th reception today.
You mean phone call?
Yesterday I had 109 receptions. A few more, I could have broken the record.
What record? They're phone calls.
I'm sorry, is this the reception desk or the phone call desk?
Reception desk.
Thank you. Excuse me. ESPN, Antonio speaking. Hold on, I'll put you right through. All day.
You've been planning it for months. So a sudden snowfall isn't gonna stop you. Because your Mazda's all-wheel drive can predict and adapt to changing road conditions. So even if you aren't ready for the unpredictable, your car is. Mazda's predictive iActive all-wheel drive.
You embrace life's uncertainty.
Welcome back to the Mabee Center. We're at halftime as South Dakota and the Coyotes lead the ORU Golden Eagles 41-38. At one time, ORU had a 10-point advantage, but South Dakota went on a 19-4 run to close out the first half, and they have a three-point advantage going to the locker room.
Yeah, it was like there was two halves played in one. ORU played and dominated the first half. Second half, South Dakota takes over. South Dakota shooting 50%, 14-28. They were way down. Now ORU drops down to 40. Total different two halves.
Let's take a look at how we got where we are at this juncture. First, for South Dakota, you see the inside. They really wanted to go to the basket, and they did so successfully in that last 10 minutes.
I would think the scouting report is out against ORU. You get your guards and you drive them to the hole, and good things happen. And nice job by number 22 there, making himself available. His teammate got hung up here, but made himself available.
There you see Mooney, who is the team's leading scorer. Matt Mooney, who, like you said, he really does have a pure shot when he gets set.
He does. He had the quietest 10 points you've ever seen. He's on pace for 20 points. Look at that. He just pulls up, doesn't do anything fancy except just rip the net.
All right, here's some ORU highlights. They had, as we mentioned, a 10-point advantage in the early going. They couldn't miss anything in the first 5 minutes.
The only thing is, it's been all Owens. Owens in 12 points. Miller came off the bench with great minutes with 8. And other than that, you know, Chris Martin 7. Nobody has really scored. Jalen Bradley, one point. That's a big deal right there.
So as a result, ORU trails it by 3 as we take a look at the numbers. ORU 13 for 32, 3 for 11 from three-point range. That obviously has to improve. Although South Dakota no bargain from the three-point range, but their field goal percentage is they're shooting 50%.
Yeah, and I just like how ORU did get off to a start, so you know they have it in them. Now Coach Sutton's got to go in and find a way to say, look, forget that last 10 minutes. We got to play 20 more minutes like we played the first half, and we'll come back and be all right.
All right, ORU trails it by 3. It's 41-38. We have more halftime activities coming up in just a little bit. We'll be back with more from the Mabee Center. You're watching ORU basketball on ESPN3.
These seats aren't just for watching the game. They're for participating in it. Like the exit row on an airplane, sitting here carries great responsibility. Here, my 6 men and women, every action is a distraction. So when the other team goes to the line, make some noise. Annoy, like your season depends on it. Because it just might.
Americans, 83% try to eat healthy, yet up to 90% fall short in getting key nutrients from food alone. Let's do more. Add One-A-Day Men's, complete with key nutrients we may need, plus heart health support with B vitamins. One-A-Day Men's in gummies and tablets.
The difference between you and me, I tell it like it is, you tell it how it might be.
Repeat the technique. That damn Max Kellerman, I know he's going to be smiling tomorrow.
They are frequently a laughing stock.
And oh, by the way, had the temerity, the unmitigated gall, to sit up there and bloviate about this stuff, and you ain't even in first place. Wow! Shut the hell up!
Catch those vapors, Stephen A.
The debate starts here. First Take, now on ESPN, weekdays at 10.
Oh, no, just stop it!
LeBron James. NBA Saturday prime time.
Spurs, Cavs, Saturday on ABC.
No, thank you very much. Okay, bye-bye. 8th reception today.
You mean phone call?
Yesterday I had 109 receptions. A few more, I could have broken the record.
What record? They're phone calls.
I'm sorry, is this the reception desk or the phone call desk?
Reception desk.
Thank you. Excuse me. ESPN, Antonio speaking. Hold on, I'll put you right through. All day.
Go, ORU!
And you see other scores around the Summit League. IUPUI and South Dakota State. That game in the second half of play, 74-73, IUPUI has the advantage. And in the first half, Omaha, with 48 points already, leads Denver 48-34. Hey, don't forget, baseball is right around the corner. Yes, it is. I know we had an ice storm last weekend, but baseball is coming up. And there's our opener for ORU taking on a very good Dallas Baptist team. And you can watch that game right here as we take a look at the new turf at J.L. Johnson Stadium. Should be a great season for ORU baseball. They have been good for years and years and years. We anticipate another great season. And again, our opener on ESPN3 will be March 11th against Dallas Baptist. Here you see our halftime activity. Halftime score. We have more halftime activity coming up for you in just a little bit from the Mabee Center in Tulsa, Oklahoma. South Dakota leads at 41-38. You're watching ORU basketball on ESPN3.
Let's see these unmissable games. LeBron James. NBA Saturday prime time.
Spurs, Cavs, Saturday on ABC.
NBA Saturday prime time.
Spurs, Cavs, Saturday on ABC.
The difference between you and me, I tell it like it is, you tell it how it might be.
Repeat the technique. That damn Max coming. I know he's gonna be smiling tomorrow.
They are frequently a laughing stock.
And oh, by the way, had the temerity, the unmitigated gall, to sit up there and bloviate about this stuff, and you ain't even in first place. Wow! Shut the hell up!
Catch those vapors, Stephen A.
The debate starts here. First Take, now on ESPN, weekdays at 10.
Oh, just stop it!
Hey, Draymond.
Good morning.
Hey, what's up?
.com.
Robertson Tire is proud to be locally and family owned right here in Tulsa. Customer service is their top priority. Plus, they will match any price you find on tires. You can visit any of the 12 locations across the metro area and keep rolling with Robertson. Tedford Insurance is celebrating 38 years doing business in Oklahoma. Family owned by ORU alumnus Mike Tedford. You can count on Tedford Insurance to find solutions to your insurance needs and eliminate uncertainty and toss it to Tedford. Here's a look at the schedule for ORU as we head on down the road. On Saturday, we'll be here at 3 as ORU takes on Omaha. Then it's a short road trip to North Dakota State for a Wednesday, January 25th game. And then back home for 2 more. Fort Wayne will be here. We know they have a good team. In fact, they beat Indiana earlier in the season. That's a 3 o'clock start on a Saturday as well. And then Denver will be here for a Tuesday to finish up the January schedule for ORU. Then in February, it goes to South Dakota State. Western Illinois will be here, and then a trip to IUPUI. Welcome back to the program with Steve Bontrager, Al Jerkins. ORU trails it by 3, 41-38. They led by 10 with 7 minutes to go in this half. And over the last few minutes of this one, South Dakota went on a 21-8 run, and now they have a 3-point advantage to the visitors.
Well, all credit to Craig Smith. If I had to just say exactly what I think happened, I think their full court pressure disrupted ORU of getting into their offense, into their sets, and then it became throw it to Owens, and that's all it was. And I think that's the whole turnaround. So that's where coaches make their money, to do things like that. Craig Smith did a real nice job.
Bradley with only 1 point, and that obviously from the free throw line. He hasn't been getting his shots like the scouting report. They're defending him pretty well. He's not been able to get his shots. Martin has taken most of the threes in this ballgame. You get Bradley more involved with his shooting touch.
I don't like doing that. I think he has to get his in the flow of the game, just like Mooney. The first 10 minutes, he was out of it, and then he got him in the flow of the game. And I think with Bradley, there's other guys that can shoot. It doesn't have to just be him. So again, that's where the full court pressure has really made a difference. Bradley has not been able to come down and just get shots off the break.
There you see Owens with his 12 points. He is 6 for 10, and obviously most of those shots from in close. He did take a long jumper that didn't go as well. Nezukwesi, well, you talk about Owens can't do everything. So who else gets involved if not Bradley so much?
Well, Chris Martin, I think, has really got to. And Aaron Anderson is a good point guard, but he's got to give you a little bit more. But Martin and Nezukwesi. Now, one thing about Owens, he's scoring great. He's awesome, back to the best player. But 4 rebounds, and 3 of them have been on the offensive end. He has got to start hitting that defensive glass more.
And Matt Mooney got off to a slow start, but boy, did he heat up in that big run for South Dakota to get them back in the ball game. All right, we'll have the second half for you coming right up. South Dakota leads it by 3, 41-38. You're watching ORU basketball on ESPN3.
Anthony Davis is one of the top blockers in the NBA, so he was a perfect fit for the IT department.
Anthony, it's just my blog.
Is your blog business related?
No.
There you go.
Can't stop me from using my phone.
Nothing gets past that guy.
I can still play solitaire.
No, you can't.
The Caesars Unmissable Games. LeBron James. NBA Saturday Prime Time.
Spurs, Cavs, Saturday on ABC.
LeBron James. NBA Saturday Prime Time.
Spurs, Cavs, Saturday on ABC.
NBA Saturday Prime Time.
Spurs, Cavs, Saturday on ABC.
The difference between you and me, I tell it like it is, you tell it how it might be.
That damn Max coming, I know he's gonna be smiling tomorrow.
Catch those vapors, Stephen A.
The debate starts here. First Take, now on ESPN, weekdays at 10.
Technical Building at 6475 South Yale.
Scott Sutton looking for some answers as his team trails it by 3. As we head into the second half of play, it's 41-38, South Dakota. On the other side, Coach Smith made some really great adjustments with the 8-minute mark, and they obviously turned it on, and they were making shots as well. Obviously, that helps. ORU was not making shots. And it will be South Dakota inbounding as we start the second half of play. ORU goes with Bradley, Anderson, Nezukwesi, Owens, and Martin. This is Dickerson with the basketball. Swings it to Hurst. This is Manning with a layup. And so he starts the second half like he finished the first half.
Every game that you don't know that much about a player, he just steps up and shines. And Manning, man, he puts it on the floor, shoots it. Defense, I like it.
Nezukwesi answers with a 3.
Hey, there you go. Give them 2 and you get 3, and give them 2 and you get 3, and pretty soon you get back in the game and get ahead.
He's been, as Dickerson takes the shot, and that is off, and Anderson comes up with a rebound. Nezukwesi's been battling a bad ankle. Quickly down, Owens slams it home.
You know what? And see, that's the thing.
We are tied.
Well, you made them miss on one end, so you could push it down and get something. If they score every time, you can't do anything.
Mooney goes to the hole against Owens, stops. The baseline was cut off nicely by Owens. Dickerson leaves for Manning, and he puts it off the glass for 2. Manning has been something else in this game, and he has 15. Birch Manning. Owens dribbles out of trouble. Now he loses the dribble and draws the double team. Martin goes to the hole, puts up a short little jumper, won't go off the front of the rim. Foul call on the offensive rebound try. Mooney came down with it, and Owens is called with the foul for Owens, just his first. So that's the good news. But here's the break. Ahead to Owens.
That pass had to be laid right on there. That's the toughest pass to catch, one down the same line, down the same plane. Owens with great hands, able to just catch, gather, and dunk. A nice pass.
What do you think he is, Aaron Rodgers?
it's even football players don't want to catch a pass down the same lane.
Hagedorn misses. Martin with a rebound, and he dribbles through trouble. Bradley picks it up, leaves it for Owens. Pass intercepted. by Mooney. Quickly ahead, Dickerson with Martin on him, lays it up in foul ball.
Now these little South Dakota guards have become my favorite little guards. It's just, you don't know which one's doing. They both can get to the hole. They can pass it. They can drive it and take it right at your chest. Right at his chest, gets the contact, and lays it up. Now, by all rights, did Chris Martin jump toward him? Not at all. Who initiated that contact?
Bradley sits down, and Young comes in. My guess is to pick up a little bit of defensive speed with the quickness of the South Dakota guards. As Dickerson tries to complete the three-point play, and he does not. As Ekwesi comes down with a rebound. Here comes ORU trailing it by 4. They had tied it at 43. Martin, Young, Owens. Baseline move, and he puts it home, and he will go to the line. So now both teams exploding underneath.
The thing I like about Owens, I talked about he's the best in the Summit League back to the basket player. Not only can do that, but he can get it and almost face up and go too. I mean, here he gets it. There's nowhere to go, and he just spins baseline and finishes.
Hagedorn picks up his third. Owens makes the free throw, and that entry pass wasn't exactly where he wanted it, but he was still strong enough with the big enough hands to grab it and make a baseline move.
Good analysis there, Al. That led him to a bad positioning way below the block, and he really made something out of nothing there.
This time pressure for ORU in the backcourt as Ekwesi kicked it, and so South Dakota will inbound with a 1-point advantage.
It's amazing how ORU can score better now that they're stopping them on some possessions down on that end. If you stop them, ORU can get it down and get set up quick or score in the initial offense.
This is Birch Manning. Mooney's three. Give it to him.
Man, he is exactly what Sean Sutton told me he would be. He was the one that was telling me all the stuff about him. He just described him to a T, but if a guy's that good, there's sometimes you just slip and you can't guard him, and he's going to make you pay.
This is Young, corner, Martin. He goes to the hole, stops, leaves it for Ekwesi. He's going to back his way in, and he's fouled going up by Birch Manning. Birch Manning pleading with the official that he went straight up. He did not. Second foul on him.
That right there is what you call a crab move, Al. You take it to the middle, 1-2 hard crab dribbles, drop step, and go up strong off 2 feet. You're going to get the bucket or get the foul. See, it looks like a little crab crawling around.
Ekwesi at the free throw line. His first one is good. That's his 9th point. ORU trying to hang in here, trailing it by 3. That was the halftime deficit. Two-point game.
You got a good look at Craig Smith. I tell you what I like about him. You haven't seen him get. He reminds me of Scott Sutton a lot. Just lets the game come to him, very under control. You don't see him going crazy over there. He does a nice job, obviously, by switching the defenses up like he did to get his team in the game.
Mooney stops at the free throw line. It's way off here. He's going to get another chance to go to the hole, kicks it back out. Dickerson's three, good.
That's so unselfish. Mooney just missed. Leading scorer, has an open three, turns it down, drives it, kicks it out. Good unselfish play. He's moved up to an all-conference guard for me.
Owens puts it on the floor, almost had it taken away by Birch Manning. Young has it, uses the screen from Owens, back out, Martin. Martin being tightly guarded by Hurst. This is high post. Owens, long hook, won't go. Rebound, Anderson. We have a foul call. We'll bring it back the other way.
That's where sometimes freshmen get calls because they're the freshmen. Refs don't know they're freshmen. They just get called on it. I absolutely see nothing where Ekwesi did anything here, but obviously he bumped him or something.
And that is his 4th. So obviously he has to sit down. Harris comes into the lineup for ORU. 5-point advantage for South Dakota. Mooney dribbles through traffic. Bounces it, almost stolen by Harris, regained by Birch Manning. Manning tries to put a move on Harris, kicks it back out. Inside, and the shot is blocked. The Hurst layup try is blocked, and ORU comes back down with it. We'll bring it back the other way. Anderson. Young's three. We had a whistle before the shot. Whistle before the shot.
I think they were doing a good job of trying to stop Owens getting to his spot, bumped him, got a foul.
And with that, third team foul for South Dakota. ORU, same number. We'll be back with more right after this as Sparks picks up his fourth. So we have 2 players in foul trouble early. ORU trails it by 5 as we go to a break. 53-48, ORU basketball on ESPN3.
No, thank you very much. Okay, bye-bye. 8th reception today.
You mean phone call?
Yesterday I had 109 receptions. A few more, I could have broken the record.
What record? They're phone calls.
I'm sorry, is this the reception desk or the phone call desk?
Reception desk.
Thank you. Excuse me. ESPN, Antonio speaking. Hold on, I'll put you right through. All day.
LeBron James. NBA Saturday prime time.
Spurs, Cavs, Saturday on ABC.
NBA Saturday prime time.
Spurs, Cavs, Saturday on ABC.
Hey, Draymond.
Morning.
Hey, what's up?
Or log on to MadyCenter.com.
All right, here is the perfect pass from Anderson ahead to Owens. That had Rogers Cook written all over it. First down, field goal territory.
It looks real simple. It should be, Kopp, but so many times big men turn and look away before they catch it.
Our next game on ESPN3 will be Saturday, January 21st when Omaha comes to town. 3 o'clock tip-off. Hope you can make it out here, but if you can't, we'll be here to bring it home to you.
This league, no one's going to run away with. North Dakota State may, by the time it's all said and done, that school from one of my favorite cities in America, Fargo, North Dakota.
Fargo.
Give
me a guesstimate of what temperature it's in Fargo.
Right now
it's January.
Well, when I was there, it was 18 below with a wind chill of 50, and that's no lie. 50 below, it went for 2 weeks in a row. I don't think they're. Yeah, it's cold. They plug their cars into meters up there.
I did the Green Bay, Wisconsin thing for a while. As Owens takes the shot, bounces it off, no good. And ORU's offense back into a funk, quickly ahead. Mooney's going to take a 3. No, off the side of the rim. Young comes up with it for ORU, and here they come trailing it by 5.
That was a huge miss. That would have put him up 8 and just totally got ORU's dauber down. Now 1 bucket, 1 shot here, and all of a sudden you're 1 possession again.
Martin, this is Owens. Great defensive play by Hurst, and he goes to the hole and lays it up and in for 2. Great defense on one end, quickly down court, puts the layup in, gives his team a 7-point advantage.
And that kid right there is just tougher than a rat sandwich. I mean, he just tough. He came from nowhere, intercepts a pass, and goes 94 feet uncontested and lays it up.
Anderson's 3. Yeah. That was big.
That's a leader. That's a senior. That's what I've been begging for. Someone has to do it, and he did it.
And Birch Manning is fouled on the way up. Looked like he may have shoved Anderson down receiving that pass, but no call was made there. But on the way to the hoop, he was fouled, and he'll go to the line. Let's take a look at this play.
That's bad. Aaron Anderson has to make the shot and has to hustle back on defense. And then my man, the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. I love this guy, man. He's an all-conference performer tonight. He looks like someone playing for St. John's. This kid is tough.
The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
That's a new name for me. I like everything about him.
You take him to reruns?
All the time. I stay up late at night and watch him.
The long 3. No. Rebound. Young. Smallest guy on the floor comes up with a rebound. Anderson ahead. ORU down by 4. Bradley back in the lineup. Owens gets it. Kicks it back out. Anderson. Corner. Young. 3. Give it to him, and ORU's back in it. 55-54.
2 seniors making big buckets, all on the unselfish play of Albert Owens.
Here you see the 3-point numbers. Birch Manning spins, does the 360, kicks it back out. The three by Simpson is good.
You know, so far, ORU has dodged bullets. They haven't been making open shots except Mooney, and that time he bears one. Well, this scoring is picked right back up here.
Bradley almost traveled with it. Young, baseline. Going to go against the trees, and he misses, but he'll go to the line for two. Heady move by Young, quick. Coming off the concussion.
Well, they'd switched to a little 2-3 zone or something here, and you knew you had to go in and challenge the big guy. He takes it right at the 6'11" kid and gets a foul.
Foul call against Hagedorn, and that is his fourth. So two Coyotes with 4 fouls.
Hagedorn's only a sophomore, and he's not polished offensively yet, although we saw him shoot a couple threes, and you see a good look at the coaching staff right there. But you saw him shoot a couple good-looking threes. They didn't go in, but he's got a nice shot. But defensively, he is a presence.
It's back to a 2-point game, 58-56, as Young makes both. Young now with 5 total. Owens leading scorer with 17. Birch Manning has 15 for South Dakota. Matt Mooney with his 13. This is Mooney with the basketball. Travel. Tristan Simpson called with the traveling violation for South Dakota. 7th turnover of the ball game. And ORU has a chance to tie or with a 3 take the lead. We've had 6 lead changes in this ball game. ORU led it by 10 in the first. And the inside pass a little short for Owens, but he grabs it anyway off the glass, won't go. Rebound Anderson, he puts it up and in for 2. Strong play by Anderson.
And that's going back to his high school days. Aaron Anderson played the 1 through the 5 at Edmond, and that's just a tough guard right there. Yep. Nice job. Darian Harris steps right over, takes it in the middle of the chest, and then buys it too. Not only, you know, he didn't get that hard, but he sure made it look like he got it.
Well, when you lower the shoulder, as Tyler Peterson did, that will happen. And for Peterson, that's his 3rd.
Like to see how ORU has responded. You can see Coach Sutton's not happy. We're not sure why his man took the charge.
Layup is good, and he's fouled on the play. Is Anderson. You wanted to take charge, guy. He has taken charge in the last 3 minutes of play.
And here's the guy that hadn't scored all game. All he is just a distributor, tough defender, takes it coast to coast, dodges the defender, goes up and scores. And he's such a nice young man, too. I've had the chance for him to come out and spend a little bit of time around me, and he's just an awesome, kind person.
Anderson now gives his team a 3-point advantage. 13:05 remaining. Pressure in the backcourt for ORU. South Dakota breaks it easily. Quickly down. Back out. Hurst swings it. Mooney puts the fake on Bradley. Leaves it for Manning. And we're going to have an offensive foul on Mooney. Mooney is such a strong kid that when he's going to bump into anybody, they're going to go down. Well, that's what happened there.
And he got up in the air in the middle of the paint. He knew what he wanted to do, but he should have stayed on the floor and made that pass. And ORU, believe it or not, has gotten back in the game because of defense.
And Mooney picks up his 3rd. He takes a break, as does Birch Manning. He will sit down as well.
They've taken charges. They've had stops. So defense, believe it or not, has turned the game around for ORU.
Owens in, Miller. Owens sits down, Miller in. Young grabs the inbounds. There'll be pressure by South Dakota. Quickly ahead, Anderson. Anderson turns, draws the double team, gets it to Young. Young sets up the offense. 20 on the shot clock. Anderson has it. Anderson, Bradley. Bradley needs to get on track scoring-wise. Young inside Miller. He has Sparks on him with his 4 fouls, lays it up. Fell basically off his hand, but Miller gets the rebound. He can't put it home. Bradley goes up and gets the rebound. He forces it up, won't go. Rebound taken down by Sparks for South Dakota, and here they come to try to get back even. Peterson goes to the hole. He has it knocked away, but a foul call underneath.
That ball just slipped out of Miller's hand. He got his defender right where he wanted and got right to the front of the rim, and when he went to shoot it, ball just slipped out and then the scramble. That was unfortunate.
And you take a look at Miller called for the foul, but it was before the shot. As we take a look at the numbers, 2 South Dakota players in foul trouble in Sparks and Hagedorn. Nezaquazi with 4, Harris and Martin each with 3. Anderson takes a break. Simpson almost lost control. Peterson puts a move on Harris, lays it up, and with the right hand won't go, but he's fouled on the play.
I think that may be Harris's fourth foul, too. And ORU is getting in a little bit of foul trouble with 12 minutes to go in the game. You got about 3 or 4 guys with 4 fouls and 3, and yeah, he slapped him on the head.
So Peterson will be at the line for 2. There you see Coach Smith. Free throw is no good. So Harris has 4, so he joins his teammate Nezakwesi with 3. Anderson will come back into the ballgame. I'm guessing he'll replace Harris with his 4. Let's see. Yes, Harris will take the seat.
Let me just tell you how close this conference is. If ORU would play every game like they did these last 3 minutes, they'd have a chance to win this whole thing. I mean, really, they're that good. South Dakota's second in the league, and ORU played 3 minutes as good at basketball as they could, and if they could continue that, they'd have a chance.
The second free throw is missed. Peterson, a 63% free throw shooter. There he was 0. Inside, Miller draws the double team, but manages to dribble out of trouble. Cross court, Young saves it, goes to the hole, lays it up and in!
You know, Owens may not be getting these assists, but they're assists. They're like a hockey assist. You know, he is making some tremendous passes out of double team.
Traveling violation. We'll bring it back the other way. ORU with immediate timeout at 11:42 leads it by 5, 63-58. You see Young saves. You see Young drive. You see Young score as we go to a break. ORU by 5, 63-58. You're watching ORU basketball on E.
No, thank you very much. Okay, bye-bye. 8th reception today.
You mean phone call?
Yesterday I had 109 receptions. A few more, I could have broken the record.
What record? They're phone calls.
I'm sorry, is this the reception desk or the phone call desk?
Reception desk.
Thank you. Excuse me. ESPN, Antonio speaking. Hold on, I'll put you right through. All day.
The difference between you and me, I tell it like it is, you tell it how it might be.
That damn Max coming, I know he's gonna be smiling tomorrow.
They are frequently a laughing stock.
And oh, by the way, had the temerity, the unmitigated gall, to sit up there and bloviate about this stuff, and you ain't even in first place. Wow! Shut the hell up!
Catch those vapors, Stephen A.
The debate starts here. First Take, now on ESPN, weekdays at 10.
Oh, no, just stop it!
Anthony Davis is one of the top blockers in the NBA, so he's a perfect fit for the IT department.
Block.
Anthony, it's just my blog.
Is your blog business related?
No.
There you go.
Can't stop me from using my phone.
Nothing gets past that guy.
I can still play solitaire.
No, you can't.
Your energy needs, we're giving you the power.
ORU leads it 63-58. We have 11:42 to go here at the Mabee Center in Tulsa, Oklahoma. And interesting transition. ORU led it by 10 in the first half. South Dakota had a 9-point advantage here in the second half. Both teams have been able to come back from those deficits, and now it's ORU's turn to have the lead at 5. There was a scoring change, and the Harris foul was changed to Martin. ORU on a 9-0 run, with Young scoring 4 of those 9 in this spurt for ORU. Interesting that Miller stays in, coming in out of the timeout, and not Owens. So it's Martin, Young, Bradley, Anderson, Miller.
You know, in my opinion, every time you can make more three-pointers than your opponents and more free throws, generally you're going to win the game. They both had 21 field goals, but ORU is outscoring free throw line and three-pointer. And if you do that, you're going to win.
Birch Manning with Mooney, Simpson, Sparks, and Dickerson, the 5 on the floor for the Coyotes. Bradley Dishes back out. Anderson's going to take the three. Give it to him. That was sweet.
Whoa, how has this turned around because of big buckets by your senior guards, Aaron Anderson and Young.
Anderson with 11. He's 2 for 2 from 3. Mooney's dry. Won't go. It was in and out. Rebound again. Young, the smallest guy on the floor with a loose ball. Here is Anderson back to Young. Young with Mooney on him. Anderson swings it to Bradley. Bradley, right hand dribble, switches to Young. Martin inside Miller. Miller against Sparks, who has 4 fouls. Shot, no, won't go. Who's got the loose ball? It's Mooney. Did it go off his knee? It did. It will be ORU basketball. Mooney tried to break out, and we'll take a look at another 3 by ORU.
I'll guarantee you they are not charging out there to guard Aaron Anderson because the scouting report says let him shoot it, contest against the drive. And, you know, Aaron Anderson's getting some good, clean looks at it. And the main thing is he's knocking it down.
4 for 5 from the field. South Dakota field goal drought. They do not have a field goal in the last 4 minutes.
Yeah, I say there's always 2 runs to a game, and you just want to be the team that makes the last run. And right now, ORU has made the last run. You have them an 8-point lead.
Foul situation, ORU with 16 fouls and South Dakota with 7. So both teams will be in the bonus the next time we have a non-shooting foul. Owens puts 2 more in, and all of a sudden ORU has matched their lead at 10. They were up by 10 in the first half. South Dakota looking for an answer. Dickerson around the screen from Birch Manning. Mooney, right hand, goes to the hole, lays it up. No foul call.
Bradley may have been in that little circle there. I'm not sure. He may have been moving, but I think that's a good ball by the official. Let's see. Does he get outside the circle? He gets outside of it, moving over there a little bit. Good call.
All right, Bradley is called for the foul, his second. Mooney will go to the line for 2 shots.
You know what's surprising me? Mooney is not that great of a free throw shooter.
70%.
Yeah, that's, to me, that's no better than 50%. I mean,
well, we're talking to a guy here who's got a lifetime of 90%.
Yeah, but 70% for a shooter like the way he can shoot 15-foot jumpers. I mean, he make 80% of 15-foot wide open jumpers.
In this day and age, 70%.
I guess so. I guess. See, look at that. I'm shocked at that. That's, to me, that's more in his head than it is as a shooter.
Harris comes down with a loose ball, who's back in the lineup. Gets it ahead to Martin. Martin discusses things and decides to bring it back out. Young has it. Bradley. Dickerson out on him. They go inside. Owens puts the ball on the floor in the trees, but still gets it in.
Well, I'm going to find out who's been working with him. I don't know. That coaching staff has developed this young man like you can't believe. He has turned into an incredible presence on that low block.
Mooney off the front of the rim. Owens with another big rebound.
This is unbelievable. You start getting them missing shots like this, and then you're able to come down and run your offense and do it without being pressured. Huge difference in the game.
Bradley dishes back out. This is Martin. Now quickly inside, intended for Owens, stolen by Sparks. Bounce pass down, and this is Dickerson who goes crazy to the hole, and he's fouled.
And that's the most emotion I've ever seen Scott Sutton show. You should have seen it. He threw both arms up in the air and turned a somersault. And I don't blame him, because what do turnovers do? They lead to runouts on the other end.
Martin will be called with a foul, and for Martin, that will be his 4th. So we've got some serious foul trouble going on in this one. As you see, Anderson returns into the lineup. Martin has to sit with his 4 fouls. And at the line will be Trey Dickerson out of the Queens, New York, at 6'1". Queens to South Dakota. Culture shock much?
That'd be like me, Iowa going to New York City. Same thing, man.
Harris gets it to Anderson. Owens won't go. Rebound. Birch Manning. It's a 9-point advantage for ORU. Dickerson on Young, 0 guarding 0. The drive inside, left for Manning, and it's loose and picked off by Anderson. And he almost loses control, and he is fouled by Birch Manning. And for Manning, that will be his 4th.
I will say.
So we have 6 players who have seen significant minutes, each with 4 fouls.
I will say one thing. Owens is getting the ball too deep on the block, and that's why ORU's been so successful this second half. Now, again, it goes to the defense You stop an offense, you can come down, you can run your offense, run your sets. But I'm surprised South Dakota's been letting him get that ball. But you look out there, they don't have the beef. They don't have a strong wide body down there to keep him off. You know, say you had a Chris Miller, you could bump him off. So he's getting too easy position.
Anderson makes his first of a pair. ORU from the line, 16 for 21.
For most teams, that's a good shooting night. For ORU, that's not good after
It's subpar, isn't it, after the last two games that we've televised. Anderson makes both. And ORU's lead extended to 11. 8:40 to go. Dickerson drives on Young, lays it up and in.
Aaron Young couldn't have done anything about that. Any better than what he did. Aaron Young, that's a quick young man going to the basket. Aaron Young got there, just nobody could have stopped that.
Harris having trouble getting it across the line, gets through two, somehow manages Bradley's three. Give it to him!
That could be the one that broke the back right there.
Bradley's first field goal of the night is a big one at 75-63. South Dakota calls timeout.
Well, Darian Harris got in a world of trouble there. Went behind his back, escaped one, and somehow found Bradley. And you hit that shot. That's a big time bucket.
ORU 75-63. We'll be back with more on ORU basketball on ESPN3.
Geico has a long history of great savings and great service. Over 75 years.
Wait, 75 years? That is great.
Speaking of great, check out these hot riffs. You like Smash Mouth?
Take a closer look at Geico.
The difference between you and me, I tell it like it is, you tell it how it might be.
That damn Max coming. I know he's gonna be smiling tomorrow.
They are frequently a laughing stock.
And oh, by the way, had the temerity, the unmitigated gall, to sit up there and bloviate about this stuff, and you ain't even in first place. Wow! Shut the hell up!
Catch those vapors, Stephen A.
The debate starts here. First Take, now on ESPN, weekdays at 10.
Oh, no, just stop it!
No, thank you very much. Okay, bye-bye. 8th reception today.
You mean phone call?
Yesterday I had 109 receptions. A few more, I could have broken the record.
What record? They're phone calls.
I'm sorry, is this the reception desk or the phone call desk?
Reception desk.
Thank you. Excuse me. ESPN, Antonio speaking. Hold on, I'll put you right through. All day.
NBA Saturday prime time.
Spurs, Cavs, Saturday on ABC.
LeBron James. NBA Saturday prime time.
Spurs, Cavs, Saturday on ABC.
495-6000 or log on to MadyCenter.com.
You see Albert Owens, part of his 21-point performance tonight. Taking a look at some of the numbers as we watch Owens score. He has 21, as we mentioned. Field goal shooting, ORU shooting 50%, 8 for 16. South Dakota just 33% at 4 for 12. Anderson with 13 points, all in the second half. And he has 10 of the 21 that ORU has put together in this nice run to take a 12-point advantage, their biggest lead of the night. Also, free throw shooting. Each team has taken 22 free throws. South Dakota just 13 for 22, ORU 17 for 22, so that's a 4-point differential right there.
You know what's really cool about what ORU's done, their three senior leaders have all contributed right here. 2 threes by Anderson, 1 by Young, Bradley. So you got your seniors doing everything that you need to get done. That's how you win games.
It will be South Dakota's basketball. Some pressure by ORU in the backcourt. Anderson almost created a bad pass on the part of Simpson, but it is Dickerson who controls. Now this is Hagedorn goes to the hole and he's fouled by Anderson. So the foul's starting to mount up here. Actually, they call the foul on Owens, not Anderson. So for Owens, that will be his second foul. So he is one of the few players not in foul trouble tonight.
Unfortunately, a basketball game isn't 32 minutes, or you'd have this one. Now, you still have 8 minutes. Right now, the way they're playing, you sure think this game is kind of in the bag, but I'll promise you it's a long ways from being there. This kid has got a nice shot, 6'11", 6'10". Has not made three-pointers yet, but obviously has range because he gets to shoot them. Boy, he's a good-looking sophomore.
50% from the line for the season. Actually, I checked that, 81.8%. Not bad.
Yeah, you had me like, what? Wait a minute.
And Peterson comes up with a rebound, so it turns out to be a three-point play. 75-66. Aaron Anderson with it. Bradley. Inside Owens. They're determined to get it inside, and Owens put it to the floor and has it stolen by Mooney. Mooney's going to go to the hole. He's going to lay it up, and it's good, and he is fouled on the play.
And here they come right back. You know, we keep talking about these two runs. Good timeout by Coach Sutton here. Already made a run. Here comes Mooney. Strong. Only a strong kid could get that up there.
So we have a timeout taken by ORU as their 12-point lead has gone to 75-68. We'll be back with more. 7:35 to go in regulation. ORU basketball on ESPN3.
I'm here in Bristol, Virginia, and now I'm in Bristol, Tennessee. No matter which state in the country you live in, you could save hundreds on car insurance by switching to Geico. And now I'm in Virginia. See
how much you could save on car insurance.
NBA Saturday Prime Time.
Spurs, Cavs, Saturday on ABC.
LeBron James. NBA Saturday Prime Time.
Spurs, Cavs, Saturday on ABC.
Hey, Draymond.
Good morning.
Hey, what's up?
$54.75 South Yale.
All right, here is the three from Bradley, his first and only field goal of the game. But it was a big one, and it gave ORU a 12-point advantage. But, Steve, already in this game, we've seen a 10-point ORU lead evaporate. We have seen a South Dakota 10-point, 11-point lead evaporate. And now ORU up by 12, their biggest lead by both teams in this game. And hopefully for the home team, that does not evaporate. But South Dakota will have something to say about that with Mooney going to the line to try to complete a three-point play.
Well, basketball's a game of runs, man. That team that can make the last and the longest run generally wins. And, you know, ORU had a good run. But they got to stop this run right now, okay?
Right.
Mooney's going to make his free throw. And then you got to come back and score and get a stop and get you a little big run going here. And this thing to tighten up.
And he makes it. He was 4 for 5 in the first half, 2 for 6 here in the second. But he just completed the three-point play. Pressure in the backcourt for the Coyotes. But Anderson gets it across the line with ease.
You know, I'm still trying to get it out of my head. How was Bradley that wide open in the corner? There literally was not anybody 12 feet from him. That, you know, he shot that shot in this gym by himself.
He stops, he pops, he hits.
Now he's getting going. He's been having a tremendous second half of his senior year, scoring it a lot, and man, he's starting to pick it up.
77-69. Mooney's going to take the three. It will not go, and it's over the backboard and out.
You know, that's the one weakness with Mooney. Now, it's not a weakness, but he's not a great three-point shooter. He's, you know, shooting 32, 33, which is okay, but for a guy like him, you'd think he'd be up there like around 40% or something. And
well, tonight he's 25%. He's actually 20%. He's 25%. He's 1 for 4. I'll get it right yet. Anderson. Has Peterson on him, Bradley.
Or he was going to that 4-guard lineup, just taking a little bit of time off, spreading the floor, letting Albert Owens go to work in there. I like that. It's good offensively. Defensively, it puts you in a little bit of a hole. But you spread that floor and let Owens pick out shooters, knock down shot. It's tough to defend.
South Dakota doing a good job now of reading Owens' move, because when he puts it on the floor, they're right there defensively.
Yeah.
Pass stolen. Here's Mooney with Bradley on him. Bradley fouls him before the shot. So they are in the bonus, so it'll be a 2-shot foul anyway. Bradley picks up his 3rd.
That's a good foul by Bradley. He wasn't going to stop him. He was going to get the ball up in the glass, maybe get him one. Bradley goes in there and makes sure he doesn't get the shot up.
Again, Mooney goes to the line. He's a 70% free throw shooter.
Surprised. I mean, the way he shoots that pull-up 15-footer, he's just automatic on that. And this thing, he just doesn't look as comfortable at the free throw line as he maybe ought to start shooting some jumpers, take a dribble and jump up there and shoot it. Perfect form. I just can't believe it. This guy's got as perfect form as he can have. And can't believe he's not making it.
Martin back in the lineup for ORU. He's got 4 fouls. Young, Mooney on him, and the pass is quickly stolen by Mooney. Mooney, is he going to go to the floor? Tries to go behind the back, loses control. Picked up by a teammate. And this is Peterson with it now. 20 seconds on the shot clock, so plenty of time there. Hurst. Mooney. Bounces, nice give inside, but the shot is missed. Tip no good. Rebound tip no good. Who's got it? It's Hurst, and he comes out of traffic with it. He's going to go to the hole. Goes by Anderson, partially blocked, taken down by Bradley. Good defensive sequence for ORU. They come up with it here. Bradley with Hurst on him. Bradley gets it down. Young. Martin far side. He's going to try to go inside to Owens. He does. He has to kick it back out. Martin almost loses control, and he's fouled on the play. He'll go to the line for a 1-and-1.
Boy, South Dakota is well schooled in running double teams. A lot of people really don't understand how to coach a double team. You run your weak side defender down, and then somebody else got to rotate to the shooter. So many people think you send a guy down a double, and then he has to go to the shooter. It's not possible. But their rotations on defense are impeccable. I mean, they're just absolutely perfect.
Birch Mooney checks into the ball game. Now, he's been effective offensively, but he comes in with his 4 fouls. But we do have 5:33 to go. Martin will be at the line for a 1-and-1. You'll get another.
These type of free throws here are so important. You win. Had you missed this, you'd only be up 6. They come down here 3, you're up 3. Now you widen this gap, you're up 8. Maybe make this one, you go up 9, and spread that thing out. From here on, free throws are huge.
South Dakota's done a good job of getting themselves to the free throw line, although their shooting is 16 for 27. Meanwhile, ORU with less free throw shooting from the line. That was their 24th free throw. They have made 19. So they lead it by 9, 79-70. Hagedorn with it, leaves it for Mooney. Mooney back out. Hagedorn's 3, no. Rebound, who's got it? There's Ekwesi, who's back in the ball game for ORU with his 4 fouls as well. Anderson with Mooney on him. Almost stolen by Mooney. Anderson gets around, loses it, leaves it for Ekwesi. Martin has it now for ORU. Thought about a right-hand move. Leaves it for Anderson. They'll regroup with 11 seconds on the shot clock. Down to 6. Goes up against the man with 4 fouls, and I believe Birch Manning has picked up his 5th. And he knew it, and he's walking to the bench in a hurried fashion. Anderson will go to the line.
I've been harping about leadership. Aaron Anderson has provided tremendous leadership tonight. If his team needs a bucket, he's getting that. If they need to stop, he does that. He's doing it all, and that's what a senior leader does.
So Austin Sparks has to replace, actually, he's going to have to wait for a free throw, obviously, for Anderson. Well, Manning fouls out, so they have to make the immediate substitution, and Sparks comes in and he has 4. Also back in the lineup is Trey Dickerson. Important free throws here for Aaron Anderson, who's been a spark in this ORU comeback. He has 13 points as he heads to the line for 2. ORU 80% from the line at this point. 20 for 25.
The good thing about that, you know, with Owens being a good free throw shooter and getting fouled a lot, down to end of games, you know, when you do get the tournament time at that Summit Conference tournament, free throws are a huge play in tournaments, and ORU has proven they can shoot that.
ORU by 11 with 4:40 to go. Sparks kicks it back out. Peterson fakes the shot, goes to the hole, lays it up and in. Simple pump fake, got him free to make the move, and he makes it a 9-point game. Anderson deliberately down court. Bradley. And this is Martin. There's Ekwesi. Back out, Young. Bradley stops inside the arc. In and out. Rebound. Taken down by Peterson for South Dakota. Dickerson has it. Dickerson goes right, left, kicks it back out. Hurst 3, in and out. Rebound is Anderson. What a game he's having.
ORU has dodged more bullets tonight on open shots, and me and you always talk about how other teams come in here and make them when they're open. And South Dakota has had some tremendous looks tonight, just haven't got it down.
For Anderson, 9 rebounds. Bradley dribbles out of trouble. 6 on the shot clock. Goes to the hole, lays it up and in. Strong move from Jalen Bradley.
A little bit of other teams' medicine there. Spread the floor and drive it at their defense and get by them and score.
83-72. 3:20 to go. Dickerson's 3. In and out. Rebound. There's Ekwesi.
They're getting wide open looks and not making them. That never happens against ORU.
4 for 16 from 3-point range for the visitors. Anderson willing to kill some clock. Under 10. There's Ekwesi. In and out. Anderson almost had his 10th rebound, but here comes Mooney. He's going to take a 3. No. Rebound. There's Ekwesi. He gets out of trouble. And he leaves for Martin, and Martin will bring it down with 2:35 to go. ORU looking for a big win here in Summit League action. And we have a timeout taken by ORU with 2:29 to go, an 11-point advantage. We will take our final media timeout. And it is a media timeout. So it is a full timeout. We'll be back with the conclusion. 2:29 to go, ORU by 11. Back in a flash on ORU basketball on ESPN 3.
LeBron James. NBA Saturday Prime Time.
Spurs, Cavs, Saturday on ABC.
No, thank you very much. Okay, bye-bye. 8th reception today.
You mean phone call?
Yesterday I had 109 receptions. A few more, I could have broken the record.
What record? They're phone calls.
I'm sorry, is this the reception desk or the phone call desk?
Reception desk.
Thank you. Excuse me. ESPN, Antonio speaking. Hold on, I'll put you right through. All day.
To see these unmissable games. LeBron James. NBA Saturday Prime Time.
Spurs, Cavs, Saturday on ABC.
Building at 6475 South Yale.
All right, here's the drive by Peterson. The Coyotes not very good from 3-point range. There are 4 trays their second lowest total this season. And overall, they are 4 for 17.
Yeah,
Three-point range.
and when the game was in the balance, they had several looks that were wide open threes that totally changed the complexion of this game. And had they made them, now they've got their back squarely against the wall, down 11. And you're at home for ORU. All you got to do is make free throws. You win this game.
Harris, Bradley, Owens, Martin, and Anderson. The 5 on the floor in white. Mooney guarding Anderson there. Anderson's going to go to the hole, and he loses control, but he is fouled on the way up. Also on the floor for South Dakota, Hurst, Simpson, Hagedorn, and Dickerson. ORU's free throw goes in. Anderson now with 16 points. He is 6 for 6 from the line. 2:16 to go. Misses the second. ORU equaling their biggest lead at 12 with 84-72. Mooney is going to have to take some shots. Elo's late. Did he not travel on that? But it's good.
And here comes the pressure, and it's going to start getting to where they got to start fouling pretty soon. About one more score here, and you're home free.
Anderson misses the gimme layup, and it's taken back by Hurst. Here comes South Dakota trying to get back into this ball game, trailing it by 10. Mooney goes strong to the hole, lays it up and in. So it's an 8-point game with 1:45 to go. Quickly down court, Anderson is all alone.
Nice play by big fella Owen stepping out. He just didn't step out and rip it. He took a measured pass and made a good one.
And the ball knocked out of bounds off of the foot of Martin. And so South Dakota will have it. With 1:33 to go, Young reports in. Anderson will sit down. Anderson leads with 18 points, 6 for 7 free throw wise. Anderson with a career high 18 tonight. And all of those 18 in the second half. Wow.
Well, I'm going to tell you, if this team wants to play this way, we're seeing the second best team in the conference right now as Mooney drops a three.
And a tough three at that.
But we're playing the second best team in the conference right now. And we've had 2 unbelievable runs against them. We've had runs that we scored, outscored 11-0, 12-0, whatever. And you've got a 7-point lead. So what I'm trying to say is if you play this way and play this inspired, who knows what can happen down the rest of this year.
What a change a couple of days makes. ORU losing to the last place team in the league last week, and now beating one of the top teams in the league this week.
Well, and you see those keys to the game. They did not get off to a good start. They never really developed an inside game, and 2 of those keys they didn't do. Look at ORU. They made Mooney work for his shots. Did they ever? And defensively, they played the best. And then last thing, he's got to protect home court. So ORU held up to their 3 keys to the game.
The Coyotes trying to finish strong on a 7-2 run late in the last 40 seconds, all by Mooney. And there will be pressure in the backcourt, obviously, with a 7-point deficit for the visitors. Harris straddles the baseline, gets it to Anderson, who's back in the ball game. This is Harris. Harris will bring it down with the left hand. Switches, goes to the corner. Young has it, trying to kill some more clock. And ORU will be fine going to the free throw line. They have been really dynamite from the free throw line over the last 3 games.
Who do you foul out there in that group? You got 5 guards out there and seniors, 4 of them seniors, and the great Chris Martin. Who do you foul?
Bradley's going to take the shot. It won't go. Rebound tipped up, and it's brought down by Hagedorn. Quickly ahead, driving to the line, or driving to the hole is Hurst, and he's fouled on the play. Not what Scott Sutton was looking for.
No,
exactly.
It's not. There's 2 things about it. You get points while the shots or the clock stop, but the main thing is you get to set up your defense. Yeah, you want to score. Now you got to set up your defense and try to turn over again. All of a sudden you got a battle again.
$16 for 28 from the line for South Dakota at this point.
You know me, free throws win games, and that's exactly what's happened here. ORU's making theirs in the pressure situation. We're down the end. South Dakota going 1 for 2. That doesn't allow for comebacks.
It's a 6-point game with just under 50 seconds. Owens back in there for some rebounding help. ORU will inbound against the pressure. And ahead to Bradley. Bradley's going to hold on to it. And no foul call. Young has it. Now he dribbles through 2 defenders, and he'll go to the line. In the lineup is Brandon Armstrong, seeing his first minutes of this ball game.
I think they just absolutely made a point. They weren't going to foul Jalen Bradley, so he gets out of it. But Aaron Young's an 89% free throw shooter as well. So whoever sends ORU sends that line. You just take your pick.
Well, even the big man Owens, if he goes to the line,
Exactly.
he's a 70% free throw shooter. So.
In conference play, he's shooting 80%, so they're just surrounded with good free throw shooters.
Young with his 8th point. Armstrong going out as quickly as he came in. Hagedorn in the lineup. 42 seconds to go. ORU looking for their second conference victory. It's been a rough go of it in the early going for ORU, and this will be a confidence builder for sure with 2 more home games. The free throw is good. Coming up, Young makes both. Clock rolling. This is Mooney. Mooney looking for a shot, trying to create one. He loses it. Bradley picks it up, and we're going to have a jump ball, Arrow ORU with 33 seconds to go.
Good job of going and getting on the floor. And 33 seconds to go. It should be all right, especially now that you have the ball. You're going to make him foul you again, go that line, make free throws, it's over.
Actually, Bradley was able to call a timeout, and he got the timeout. And so ORU called with the timeout with 33 seconds to go. We'll take a quick break. We'll be back with the final seconds. 88-80, ORU on top. You're watching ORU basketball on ESPN3.
The debate starts here. First Take, now on ESPN, weekdays at 10.
NBA Saturday prime time.
Spurs, Cavs, Saturday on ABC.
Anthony Davis is one of the top blockers in the NBA, so he was a perfect fit for the IT department.
Anthony, it's just my blog.
Is your blog business related?
No.
There you go.
Can't stop me from using my phone.
Nothing gets past that guy.
I can still play solitaire.
No, you can't.
The season's unmissable games. LeBron James. NBA Saturday prime time.
Spurs, Cavs, Saturday on ABC.
85 South Yale.
ORU leads it by 8 as you look at the South Dakota Coyotes team bench. Coach Smith hoping for a miracle at this point.
Very impressed with South Dakota. I like their coach, very calm, great demeanor. His team never played rattled, even though they got behind, they didn't get rattled. They're gonna win a lot of games, and that tournament's up in South Dakota. They're gonna have a chance to say something about it.
All right, ORU got the timeout on the tie-up, and so they will get to inbound. Harris finally gets it ahead. Martin has to go way up. Anderson is there, and he lays it up and in for a 10-point lead with 30 to go.
That's one way to break their press. Put your point guard down the other end and let him score.
Anderson with 20 points, and this should about do it. And ORU will go on to win their second conference game and 5th game overall. And a big win indeed for the home team.
That's nice. That is a nice win. You've got your number 2 team in the conference. Back it off. You see Coach Sutton say that. Great job, ORU. You see those 2 coaches shake hands. Class guys.
90-80 is your final score. Owens the leading scorer with 21. Anderson with 20. Mooney wound up the leading scorer for the game with 24 points. But the difference, the 3-point shooting percentages, and the free throw shooting percentages as ORU comes up with perhaps their best defensive game of the conference season thus far. Yes, 80 points seems like a lot in a college game, but the way ORU had been playing defense lately, this was a solid effort.
You know, the way they're playing, they're going to have to